Naririnig ba ako?
Yes.
Okay. Sige. And when I mention your name, please raise your hand. Kanino tayo? Angelo, Alfonso. Please raise your hand. Okay. Next, RV Jacinto. Okay. Next, Beatriz Bautista. Okay. Carlos Cachola.
Ano maubos na.
Charlize Villanueva. Clarence Bagang. Again, Clarence Bagang. Okay. Who's next? Dana De Regla.
Tanggalin ni Clarence yung ano
Yung
niya.
mga naka-raise ng hands, pakibaba na.
Makangalay kayo dyan.
Para hindi marami
My
naka-raise ng
arm.
hand. Okay. Next. I mentioned Dana De Regla.
Yes, you did, sir.
Okay. Erica Fiscaro. Jordy Ligosman. Okay. Ian Bugayong. Isaiah Gallardo.
Gusto ko magpatugtog ng graduation music.
Okay. Snacks. Ivan Legaspi. Okay. Jaya Daligcon. Gina Corpus. How do you pronounce your names? Just ko. Gianna. Julio. Okay. Ginea Juan. John Diacino.
Yes, you know.
Tosino.
John De Leon. Again. John De Leon. Okay. Mr. Batallones. Okay. Who's next? Juan Mendoza. Julian Juan. Okay. Justine Federigan. Okay.
Gawin mo na, Arby.
Kobe Agripa.
I can't find it.
Koji Hirahara. Marvin Miranda.
Yung ano na lang. Pamasa natin.
Dito ko na napapatugtogin.
Okay.
Makikinig naman nila yan pag sinend ko.
Who's next? Michelle Capistrano. Milton Gremio. Rachel Luberia. Okay. Richelle Baban. Sean Cabezas.
Kinabahan ako.
Okay. Diba? Please. Yun yung nasa isang doon. Okay? Sige, let's start. Again, if you have concerns, During the discussion, I'll try to be as low as possible para ayos yung discussion natin. If there is any problem, any concerns you want to raise, please raise your hand and then open your mic and then speak. Okay? Sige. First, let's have an introduction. So today we'll talk about binomial theorem. In this discussion, I'll have to introduce what binomial theorem is all about. Also, I'm going to talk about the Pascal's triangle and how to use the Pascal's triangle. I hope that you have with you your Pascal's triangle right now. Okay?
I hope so too,
Next,
sir.
other than the Pascal's triangle,
Search na
we'll
lang
talk
ako sa
about
internet.
binomial theorem
Nag-send
formula
ako sa GC.
and how do you use it. And we'll solve for the nth term of a given expansion. Okay? Sige, start. Binomial theorem is sometimes known as binomial expansion because in binomial theorem, what we do is we just expand. Yun lang talaga yon. Binomial theorem is used to expand an expression. Okay? Well, ano bang alam yung process ng pag-expand? You know about the FOIL method, right? It's a procedure to expand a binomial. Let's have an example. Let's have x minus 2 squared. When we want to expand this, we'll do FOIL method.
Okay.
And what do you think is the expanded version of x minus 2 squared?
X squared.
I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
X squared minus 4x
Okay, the expanded form of this is
plus 4.
x squared minus 4x plus
Plus
4.
4.
Okay? You can get that using the FOIL method. Let's have another
FOIL.
example. We have
FOIL.
x plus
FOIL.
y squared.
X squared plus
I'll
x
give you 5 seconds to
plus y.
expand
Shut up,
this.
RB.
5, 4,
Ay, 2xy pala.
3, 2,
Plus y squared.
1. Okay? The expanded form of x plus y squared, again using the FOIL method, is x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. Okay? I hope that you got the correct answer. Next. Lastly, we have 2 minus 3a squared. Again, 5 seconds to expand this. 2, 1.
9a squared.
Okay? The expanded form is 4 minus
pinaligtad ko.
12a plus 9a squared. Okay? You've been doing 1-point recitation. Sayang, no? Kapag sa classroom natin to ginawa, may pa-recitation to. Kaso wala. Wala na tayo sa classroom. Continue.
Sad.
Now, when you are to expand this, actually it's easier, right? It's easy. Bakit? Kasi naka-square lang siya. You can do FOIL method lang and then you'll get the correct answer. Mamamali ka na lang kapag mali ang multiplication mo. But, what if you're asked to expand 2x plus y raised to 30? Anong problema dito? Well, one
Baka
the
may.
exponent is too high, too large. It's 30. Well, you can do this manually, right? You can do this manually. Pero,
Manually. My God.
matrabaho, right? Sobrang haba ng equation na ito. Now, good for us,
Sobra.
we have binomial theorem and the Pascal's triangle to help us easily expand this large exponent in a binomial. Okay? Next. Now, consider a plus b raised to n. A and b can be any expression, no? Pwede siyang maging x to x, square root of x, yung a and b. Raised to a certain number n. Now, let's try to identify patterns when we want to expand a plus b raised to a certain number. Try nating maghanap ng pattern. Let's start with a plus b raised to 0.
Oh, sir.
Okay. What do you think is the expanded form of a plus
0.
b raised to 0? Anyone?
Awan pala.
Okay.
No?
The answer is, that's correct, RV Tinto, it's 1. Okay.
Anything
the
raised
answer
to 0 is
Discord,
1.
baka mabobo ako.
Anything
mabobo siya.
raised to 0 is
No.
1. Also take note that a plus b
Anything
raised to 0, the expanded form has one term. And that term is 1. Okay?
1.
That's a
1.
Let's have a higher number for the exponent. Let's have a plus b raised to 1. What do you think is the expanded form?
8.
Miss Luberia. It's 1.
Where's the triangle?
Okay, Miss Baban and Mr. RV Jacinto, that's correct. When we want to expand a plus b raised to 1, the answer is a 1a plus 1b. Right?
It's the same thing.
Well, 1 there is irrelevant, but I want to include 1 there kasi pwede maging invisible yung 1 dyan. But I want to include
Para
it
lang
because we'll use it later. Also, take note that a plus b raised to 1 has how many terms? It has 2 terms. That's 1a and 1b. Okay, let's have a higher exponent. Let's have a plus b raised to 2.
1 to 1.
Sige.
Ano ba yan? Naunahan ako?
Handa
What do you
na
think?
Gawin mo na kasi number. Gawin mo na.
Mr. Bugayo
to the cube.
and Miss Baban got it correctly. Sino pang nakatama? Miss Luberia, that's correct. The answer
Tinamad
is
na ako mag-type.
a squared. 1a squared
Ewan ko
plus
paano yan.
2ab
Sundan mo lang yung Pascal's
plus 1b
triangle eh.
squared. Okay? Again, take note
Binuo ni
that a plus
Pascal.
b raised to 2
Hmm.
has 3 terms.
Kaya pag raised to 3 na
Okay.
siya, sundan mo lang yung
It
root
has
1,
3
3, 3,
terms.
1.
Now, if you may have also already noticed here, meron ng pattern kagad na lumabas. And it talks about the number of terms we'll have in an expansion. Okay? May pattern na kapag ganito yung exponent, ganito yung number of terms. Now, what do you think is the pattern there? Paano natin malalaman kung ilang terms meron sa isang expansion?
N plus 1.
Again, a plus b raised to 0 has 1 term. That's 1. A plus b raised to 1 has 2 terms. A plus b raised to 2 has 3 terms. And also we'd expect a plus b raised to 3 has 4 terms. Now, what do you think is the pattern? Okay.
N plus 1 nga.
Very good.
N
Cabeza,
plus
Sloveria.
Yun, no? Shout out!
The pattern there is that if we want to know the number of terms, the formula is n plus 1. The exponent plus 1. Therefore, we'd expect that whenever we want to expand a plus 3 raised to 3, there will be 4 terms because that's 3 plus 1. Okay, did you get that?
Yes.
Yeah. Sana naiintindihan, ha? The expanded form of this will be 1a raised to 3 plus 3a squared plus 3ab squared
Dito ako
plus
nahihilo
1b cubed. Okay.
Mag-4
Bibilis naman
pa ba yan?
ita.
Mag-4 pa ba yan? Wait lang. Prepare ko na yung 4.
Mr.
Prepare mo na nga kasi.
Bugayong. Is it
A
correct? Let's
raised
correct.
to 4
Okay.
plus...
Next.
Oh, yun na.
Siniretso na.
Plus b raised to 4. That's the expanded form.
Ready
We
na
have
ako eh.
1a raised to 4
5,
plus
gawin mo na
4a
yung 5.
raised to 3b plus
Wala na
6a
yun.
squared
Di na
b
kasya.
squared plus 4ab cubed plus 1b raised to 4. And lastly,
Meron pa.
we have a plus b raised to 5. The expanded form is 1a raised to 5 plus b a raised to 5a raised to 4b. Ano ba yan? Mali-mali pabasa. Plus 10a raised to 3b raised to 2 plus 10a raised to 2b raised to 3 plus 5ab raised to 4
Binasa
plus
talaga yung
1b
buo,
raised
no?
to 5. Okay.
Oo, tama.
Now, the thing here is,
Commentator
we
tayo
can
sa lesson na
extend
to.
this to a plus b raised to infinity.
5.3.
Okay?
no.
And using the formula
Infinity
n
plus
plus
1.
1, we can already find how many terms we will have. Now, another question. Is there any emerging pattern? Meron pa bang ibang pattern na lumalabas? I'll give you 10 seconds.
I don't know how to say
Tingnan
it.
pa natin kung may
Meron,
pattern.
di ko
In the chat.
masabi.
10,
Alam ko eh.
7,
Di ko siya
6,
ma-explain.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Actually,
kaya pala
there is a
120.
pattern.
Ha? Pattern na kaya ka. Oh, da.
Okay? There is a pattern for the numerical and the literal coefficient. Again, there is a pattern for the literal and the numerical coefficient. When I say literal, it's the letters. When I say numerical, it's the number. Now, let's take a look at the numbers first. Para mas makita natin yung mga naka-red na yan,
May kulang sa red si Sir.
tanggalin muna natin yung letters. Now, in here, makikita nyo sa Pascal's triangle na hawak nyo, parehas. Right? And so, we can say that the numerical coefficients of the extended form follows the Pascal's triangle. Okay? Sige, tinapan natin yung pattern. Paano yung pattern ng Pascal's triangle? Siguro alam na ng iba to. Again, row 1, it starts with 1. Again, I'm talking about the row 1. It starts with 1. It starts with 1, sir, bakit po? It's because it's a plus b raised to 0, right? Anything raised to 0 will always be 1. And so the tip of the Pascal's triangle will always be 1. Next, row 2.
Anything
One
after 1
and
will
one.
always be the exponent.
Row 2 tells us
Nawala audio
another
mo.
pattern.
Anything
The
after
start
1 is always
and the
exponent in
end
Pascal's triangle.
of a row
The immediate number after 1.
is always 1. The start and the end are always 1. Okay? Siguro napansin nyo na rin yan. Yung simula at yung dulo, it's always 1. For row 3, again, it starts with 1. It ends with 1. Pero nakuha yung 2. Nakuha yung 2 sa 2 numbers above it. So, you have to add the 2 numbers above it. Ano yung dalawang numbers sa taas niya? 1 and 1. Right? And so, it's 2.
1 dig.
Let's have row number 4. 1 starts with 1. And then 3. Paano nakuha yung 3? We have 1 plus 2, the 2 numbers above it. So the answer is 3. Next, 2 plus 1, it's 3 and it ends with 1. It follows the pattern for row 5. That's 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. And lastly, we have 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. Again, what you do is you just add the 2 numbers above it. That's how you get the number. Sige nga. Let's try. If you want to extend this to row number 7.
Row 7. 1, 2, 3.
Row number 7. It starts with 1. What do you think is the number? 6. That's correct.
15.
Sino yung mga
Tama
nakasagot?
ba?
Okay? That's correct. The answer is 6. Very good. Next. What's the number of
Ang bilis.
Ano.
Guys, patapusin niyo si sir.
15. 5 plus 50. Sino yung nag-open ng mic? Okay.
RV,
O,
ito.
tinapos na ni Mr. Federica. 15, and then
Tinapos na
we
ni
have...
Nate.
Ikaw na magaling. Ikaw na po, sir.
20, and then we have... wait lang ha. 6, and then lastly, we have 1. Okay. For row A, sige, gawin natin yung row X. Kulat nyo lahat.
Tapusin ko na rin kaya agad, no? Ito, no? Copy-paste. Yan.
35. Tinamad na ako mag-compute.
Tinapos na.
Sige, the numbers for row A. Ayan. Sige, tingnan natin.
Ay,
Nag-pass forward na tuloy, sir.
Brian, yan. Late mo. Pwede mo man-cap to.
Hello. Okay na ba yung boses ko? Keep your answer.
Keep your hands off your...
Naman tama sa video kasi may parallel strap. Nahaw. Okay. Sige. Okay, my voice is clear.
Ano to? He wants us to do... tapos na 8 eh.
Hello. O ngayon, okay na?
Ayun natin mo. Fast forward na ulit to.
Ginawa na yung row 10.
Okay? Sige.
Going ko nga row 20.
Okay, let's continue. So if your answer is 1, 7, 21, 35, 35, 21, 7, 1. Then your answer is correct. So yung mga nakamali dyan, yung mga hindi tama ang sagot, sige. Let's continue. I hope that's clear. Do you have so far?
Disconnect ka? RV? RV?
Bakit?
Nagdi-discuss pa ba si sir?
Nope.
Nawala?
No, umalis siya. Balik daw siya.
Shadow Boy started a call that lasted 4 hours. Yesterday at 11 p.m.
Di pa tayo sa The Boys.
Sige. Hold on.
Hello.
May electric fan na.
Hello, everyone. Oh, naku, umiinit yung ulo ko dito sa cellphone na to. Okay na? Okay.
110 hours.
I'm actually currently using my phone. Umiinit siya kapag marami kayong chat. So I had to restart the phone. Pasensya na. No, it's okay. Mag-chat lang kayo ng mag-chat. Magre-restart lang din ako ng magre-restart. Sige, let's continue. I would just like to ask if you have question regarding that. What I want you to remember there is, number 1, kailangan alam natin yung pattern sa numerical coefficient, and that is the Pascal's triangle.
Nakakamdaman ko na ang
And
pagkawala
number
ulit
2,
sa...
we need to know the pattern for the number of terms. The number of terms is n plus 1.
Nakirinig ko na yung onting
The
static
formula
eh.
is n plus 1. Okay?
Ganito yung electric fan.
Baka sa amin yun.
Hindi. Yung nag-join na
Okay.
siya.
Sige. Now, how about going back to this triangle? No? How about the literal coefficients? Meron ba? Meron ba kayong pattern na nakikita? Let's try. For row 1, because its exponent is 0, it's always 1, and so there is no literal coefficient. Walang letter. That's for row 1. For row 2,
Record nyo nga,
A
tapos
plus
pakitaan
1A
nyo sa
plus
USB.
1B,
The problems of
whatever
online.
number raised to 1 again is itself. And so we have letters there, A, B. Now, hindi masyadong apparent yung pattern sa literal coefficients sa row 1 and row 2, pero sa row 3, meron na tayong makikitang pattern for the literal coefficients. Now, I colored A and B differently here because A and B have similar patterns pero hindi magkaparehas. Now, what's the difference between the pattern? First, we start with the literal coefficient. So, we have 1, 2, 1. O, saan galing yan? It's from the Pascal's triangle, row number 3. Okay? That's 1, 2, 1. Start tayo sa numerical coefficient kasi may pattern yan. Next, what's the pattern for A?
2.
The pattern for A is, well, the answer there is
Hey,
A
what's happening
squared,
here?
A raised to 1, A
Wala.
raised to 0.
Yo.
What do you think is the pattern?
Yo.
The pattern is
Ay, naglanding kayo, diba?
The first term will be A raised to N. Okay? A raised to N. In this case, our N is 2. So, for A, we start with A raised to N. Next term, we have A raised to 1. And last term, we have A raised to 0. Pababa ng pababa yung exponent.
Eh,
And it
syempre, nakikinig
starts
kami.
with N.
Hi, hi.
How about for B?
Ganda ka,
I hope
anime.
that's clear, ha?
What the hell?
Tinan nyo na lang. A raised to 2, pababa. Next, for B naman,
Balik.
again, it has a similar pattern,
Pabaliktad
pero
siya.
hindi sila magkaparehas. It starts with B raised to 0 and ends with B
N
raised to
is yung A pababa yung
Or B
exponent
raised
while
to
yung B
10.
pataas yung exponent.
2. Okay?
Well,
Now, if you
you can
already
say
have
the same
your
pabaliktad.
numerical coefficient from the Pascal's triangle, the pattern for A
So basically, opposite
and the
directions ang
pattern
lagi
for
yung going
B,
na ngayon,
you
ano?
can simplify each term to have
Exponents.
your final answer. You can now simplify each term for the final answer. Let's start with 1A squared B raised to 0. That's the answer. 1 times A squared is A squared. B raised to 0 is
Wait
just
lang.
1.
Maglalag pala ako
Right?
pag dalawa connection kong
So
ganito.
that's 1 times A raised to 2
I'm
times
lagging.
1, which is A squared.
Wait.
Okay?
Bye-bye.
Sana nakakasabay, ha? Next, 2A raised to 1, B raised to 1, simplify. That's
AB.
2,
2AB.
2ab. And lastly, simplify 1a raised to 0, b raised to 2. A raised to 0 is just 1, right? So that's 1 times 1, b raised to 2, which is b raised to 2. That's why in row 3, we have 1a squared, 2ab, 1b squared. Okay? Doon ang galing yan. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Next. For row 4, try nating intindihin pa ulit yung pattern, ha? For row 4, we start with the numerical coefficient. Again, the numerical coefficients are from the Pascal's triangle, row 4. So we have 1, 3, 3, 1. Next, again, you work for A and B separately. May pattern for A, may pattern for B. Now, let's start with A. For A, we start with A raised to 3. Bakit A raised to 3? Again, we start with A raised to N. In this case, our N is 3. So we start with A raised to 3. I hope that's clear. Next, we move to A raised to 2, A raised to 1, and A raised to 0. Well, siguro na-notice nyo dyan, wala na akong sinulat na A raised to 0. Bakit? Kasi 1 na rin naman yun. So, wag na nating isulat para mas madali mag-solve. Okay? Sige. But you may actually write A raised to 0 there. Okay lang naman. Multiply na rin siya mamaya. But, sa akin, hindi ko na siya sinulat kasi 1 naman siya. Next. For B, it starts with B raised to 0. Again, walang nakasulat na B raised to 0 sa tabi ng A raised to 3. Why? Because it's 1. So, huwag na nating isulat. Then, we proceed to B raised to 1, B raised to 2, and B raised to 3. And then, we can simplify each term. 1A raised to 3 is A raised to 3. Okay? 3A raised to 2B raised to 1 is 3A raised to 2B. 3A raised to 1B raised to 2 is 3AB squared. And lastly, 1B cubed is equal to B cubed. And so, our expanded form is A raised to 3 plus 3A raised to 2B plus 3AB squared plus B cubed. Okay? Doon nakuha yung expanded form. So, ngayon, okay lang kahit hindi na kayo mag-FOIL method, right? Hindi na FOIL method ang gagamitin nyo, kundi ang Pascal's triangle at ang pattern for A and B na. Pero pwede rin naman mag-FOIL method kayo kung gusto nyo. Okay? So, that's the final answer. Now, let's have a more concrete example. Yung mga normal nating nakikitang binomials kapag nagsosolve tayo. Let's have x plus 2 raised to 5. How do you expand this? Well, normally, kapag ina-expand natin to, una, mag-start tayo sa x plus 2 times x plus 2, right? And then, we use the FOIL method to do that. And then, the answer to that, we multiply to another x plus 2. And then, the answer to that, we multiply to another x plus 2 hanggang sa mapuno natin yung x plus 5. X plus 2 raised to 5. Right? Ganun ang ginagawa natin. Pero ngayon, hindi na ganun. Kasi paano kapag 30 na ang exponent or 50, gagawin mo pa rin ba yun? Of course not. We have the Pascal's triangle to help us. Now we have x plus 2 raised to 5. Now, I want you to work on Pascal's triangle, x and 2 terms separately. Okay? Hiwa-hiwalay nating tatrabahuhan ang Pascal's triangle, ang x and ang 2. Yung x, yun yung A natin. Yung 2, yun yung B natin. Right? Okay. So we want to work on it separately. I think it helps if we have a table for that. We have the Pascal's triangle. We have the row for the Pascal's triangle. We have the row for x, and we have the row for 2. Now, for the Pascal's triangle, saang row tayo titingin? Yun yung problema. We have the Pascal's triangle right now. Hawak-hawak nyo dapat yung Pascal's triangle. Pero saan kayo titingin? Well, you want to look at the n plus 1th row. Okay? In here, our n is 5. And so, we have 5 plus 1 row, which is the 6th row. Now, you take a look at the 6th row. If you want to give me the numbers for the 6th row, kindly raise your hand. I'll call your name and you give me the numbers. RV Jacinto, could you please chat the numbers for row number 6? What are the numbers for row number 6? Okay? So the numbers are The numbers are 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, 1. Are you sure? Is that the 6th row? Okay. Sixth row, we have 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. Patin na natin. That's correct. We have 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. So those are the numerical coefficients of the Pascal's triangle. Now, for x naman, as we said earlier, the pattern is that it has decreasing exponents starting at n, right? Yun yung pattern natin for a kanina. Decreasing exponent starting at n. So we have x raised to 5. We start with x raised to n. So x raised to 5. And then it decreases up until x raised to 0. Okay? Malalaman mong mali-mali yung ginagawa mo kapag hindi lahat nabigyan. I mean, let's say for example, mali yung row na nakita mo, tapos x raised to 5 hanggang x raised to 0 ka na, pero lahat ng numbers sa Pascal's triangle, wala pang given x. Dapat may partner lahat. Okay? In this case, lahat may partner, so I think we're correct. Next, for 2, we have increasing exponents starting at 0. Ito naman, increasing. Yun yung pattern natin sa B kanina. So we have increasing exponents starting at 0. So we have 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2, 2 raised to 3, 2 raised to 4, to 2 raised to n. In this case, it's 2 raised to 5. Okay? So meron tayong palatandaan kung tama ba yung ginagawa natin. Now, what we want to do is, we want to multiply per column. Gusto natin mag-multiply per column. So, let's start with the first column. May arrow na nakalagay dyan. 1 times x raised to 5 times raised to 0. If you want to answer, raise your hand. What's the answer to that? 1 x raised to 5 times 2 raised to 0. Okay, Miss Baban is correct. I hope that Miss Baban, you raise your hand first, pero sige. That's correct. Miss Baban is correct. The answer is x raised to 5. To raise your hand first kasi kapag nagsasabay-sabay kayo ng chat, umiinit yung phone. So, bumabagal po. No, it's okay, Miss Baban. Your answer is correct. Very good. Let's have the next column. We have 5, x raised to 4, 2 raised to 1.
Sean, I see you're not listening to the class.
Anyone?
I am. What are you talking about? Comment na ako
RV.
sa GC.
Are you sure about that? I hear you
Oh.
laughing.
Oo nga kasi
2x
I'm
raised to
chatting.
4.
Dama. Tignan mo yung GC kasi.
Mm-hmm. Are you sure?
Baliktad.
Meron pang 10 sa taas. Meron pang 5 sa taas. So
Ay.
that's 5 times x raised to 4
Ate,
times 2 raised to 1. Okay. The correct answer is 10x raised to 4. Okay? So that's the
40.
second term. We have 10x raised to 4. Again, you multiply all three numbers and letters. So the third third column, 10 times x raised to 3 times 2 raised to 2. Sino mga nag-rate ng hen? Bugayong. (40x raised to 3). That's correct. 40x raised to 3. Let's have the fourth one. 10 times x raised to 2 times 2 raised to 3. Cabezas.
Tama ba?
Hello, Nishan. Yay.
So, your answer is 80x raised to 2.
Tama ba?
Is that correct? Let's see. 80x raised to 2. That's correct. Let's have the fifth one. 5 times x raised to 2 raised to 4. Times 2 raised to 4. De Guzman, Jordy. 80x. 80x, that's correct. And lastly, we have 1 times x raised to 0, 2 raised to 5. Mr. Batallones. (32). Is 32 correct? That's correct.
Yeah.
Very good, Mr. Batallones. Okay, so that's how you expand. So our final answer is x raised to 5, 10x raised to 4, 40x raised to 3, 80x raised to 2, 80x 32. And you add all those, that's your final expansion. You see, that's a lot easier than multiplying each binomial by itself 5 times, right?
Yes.
And that's that's making use of the Pascal.
I'm sleepy.
Sige. I hope that's clear.
Ako, pre.
Let's have another one for practice na. Let's have 2x minus y raised to 4. Again, that's 2x minus y raised to 4. I want you to work on the Pascal's triangle, 2x and negative y terms separately. Now, you need to be careful with this, no? Again, you work on the Pascal's triangle. You work on 2x. Now, A is 2x now, right? Dun sa A plus B natin kanina.
Mhm.
Now, in this case, our A is 2x. Our B is negative y. Make sure that you include the sign. Okay? Kasi baka
1, 4, 6.
magkamali kayo, ang B nyo lang dyan, y, then your answer will be incorrect. Make sure that you include the sign. Okay? So, again, we want to look at the n plus 1th row. Our n is 4, and so we want to look at n plus 1th row, which is 5, the 5th row.
1, 4, 6,
Now,
4,
can someone
1.
please give me the numbers for the 5th row?
1, 4, 6,
Gremio.
4, 1.
Yeah.
What are the numbers in the 5th row? Okay?
2 raised to
Your
4,
answer is
16.
1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Very good. That's correct. We have 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Next. For 2x, we want to follow still the pattern. It has to have decreasing exponents starting at n. So, ano itsura nun? Ganito. 2x raised to 4. So, raised to 4 because our n is 4. decreasing. So 2x raised to 3, 2x raised to 2, 2x raised to 1, 2x raised to 0. Again, ang clue nyo kung tama ang sagot nyo is dapat may partner lahat. Dapat yung 1, 4, 6, 4, 1 may partner na tag-iisa. Okay. For negative y, we have increasing exponents
Is
starting
negative
at 0.
y raised to 0, 1?
So,
Yes, it's always
anong itsura niya?
Zero,
We have
one yun.
negative y raised to 0, negative y raised to 1, negative y raised to 2, negative y raised to 3, up until negative y raised to 4. Now, in this case, again, you have to be very careful with the negative. The negative has to be inside the parentheses. Okay? Dapat nasa loob yung parentheses. Yung negative sa parentheses. If it's outside the parentheses, let's say na mali kayo, tapos yung negative nyo nasa labas, yung y lang yung nasa loob, your answer will always be negative in that case.
Okay, hindi tama.
Pero as you can see here, let's say for example, negative y raised to 2, wherein the negative sign is inside the parenthesis, the answer will be positive, right?
Nakaka-93 slides na
Because
tayo.
we also raised to 2 the negative sign. I hope that's clear. Again, ang sinasabi ko lang, dapat ang negative nasa loob ng parenthesis.
Every time may lumabas na example.
Now we want to multiply again per column.
Oh.
Let's have the first column. We have 2, 1 times 2x raised to 4
16
times
raised to 4.
negative y raised to 0.
2x raised to 4.
16x raised to 4.
Ako muna sasagot nito. Yung 1, madali lang yan.
Ay, mali
Yung
pala.
2x raised to 4, what we want to do there is we want to raise to 4, 2 and x separately, right? Now, what's 2 raised to 4? 2 raised to 4 is 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8 times 2 is 16. So, 2 raised to 4 is 16, and then let's have x. X raised to 4 is x raised to 4. Okay? The third row, we have negative y raised to 0. Well, anything raised to 0 will be 1. And so, kapag minultiply natin yung tatlong
Negative y
rows,
lang.
we have 1 times 16x raised to 4 times 1. Okay? Dapat pala sinulat ko yan dyan. Again, it's 1 times 16 raised to 4 times 1. And so our final answer is 16x raised to 4. Okay? I hope that's clear. You follow the rule of exponents here. Let's have the second row. Second column. Can someone please do that? 4 times 2x raised to 3 times negative y raised to 1. Anyone? Oh, Mr. Jacinto is raising his hand. Sige, RV, answer. Your answer is negative 32x raised to 3 y. And that's correct. Okay? Anong nangyari dyan? 4 times 2x raised to 3 is, ilan yan? 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8. 8x raised to 3 times negative y. So that's 4 times 8 is 32. So we have x raised to 3 and then y, and the answer should be negative. So that's negative 32x raised to 3y.
2 raised to 6, 64.
So you just need to multiply it. And then you have your
2
final
raised to 6.
answer. Let's have the third one.
4 times 6.
We have 6 times 2x raised to 2 times negative y raised to
24x squared to. Sagot nyo na.
Tamad.
Anyone?
Taas na ng kaway.
Wait, naging negative 32 cube y kasi
1 yung
You
exponent.
multiplied-
Nag-erase ng kamay.
you multiplied negative y to 2x.
Yes.
Okay.
Ayan.
24x squared.
Yes.
Mr.
24x
Batallones.
squared, y
Sige.
squared.
Ayun talaga sumagot, no?
Okay.
Natulog
Yan,
na
Mr.
lahat.
Batallones, what's your answer?
Ayan. Batallones.
X raised to Y raised to X raised to Y squared.
Okay.
Nagkamali ba siya ng type doon?
Yes.
24 x raised to 2 y raised to 2. Again, your answer is 24 x
Negative
raised to 2
siya
y
eh.
raised to 2. Let's see.
Y squared.
Negative.
That's correct.
Y
Ah,
squared.
okay.
24 x squared y squared.
Oh, yeah,
Very good,
yeah.
Mr. Batalyon.
My bad.
8
Next,
negative 8
let's
xy
have the
cubed.
fourth column.
Negative.
Miss
Negative
Julian Juan.
Positive y.
Answer.
No, negative Y. Negative.
Three.
Yeah. Oh, no. I mean for the, yung kanina, yung kay Alvaro. The negative.
Okay, ano ko na yung sagot?
I'm seriously sleepy.
Negative 8
nasa
xy
na?
raised to 3. Si Julian, saan punta?
Let's have the fourth column.
Julian. Yun.
That's 4 times 2x times negative y raised to 3.
What if fractions na yan? Do we do? May panic.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing, Sean. Chill.
Alam ko.
Don't tell me don't know how to multiply fraction.
I do.
Lana. Saan ba kayo?
Sir, masagot na, sir.
Okay. Miss Julian here already has an answer. Negative 8 xy cubed.
I cannot
Is that correct?
understand.
That's correct. Negative 8 xy cubed. Okay, very good. And lastly, very good, Julian. Lastly, we have 1 times 2x raised to 4 at 2x raised to 0 times negative y raised to 4. Sino nagtaas ng kamay? Mr. Juan Mendoza. Answer. Y raised to 4. Is that correct? Okay, that's correct. Y raised to 4. And so, our expanded form is, we have 16x raised to 4 minus 32x raised to 3y plus 24x squared y squared minus 8xy cubed plus y raised to 4. You see, this procedure is a lot easier than multiplying 2x minus y 4 times. Kasi mas matrabaho yun. Hahanapin mo pa yung like terms and then you add, subtract them. But in here, direct to the point siya. Okay. So, again, we expanded 2x minus y raised to 4 and our answer is there. Also, we expanded x plus 2 raised to 5 and the answer is also there. Now, sir, is there any other procedure that we can do or we can use to expand this more easily? And other than the use of the Pascal's triangle, there is another method we can use to expand. This section will use binomial theorem formula to arrive at the same answer. Sige. So, we expanded earlier x plus 2 raised to 5. The answer is highlighted. Anong kulay yan? Orange, yellow. Here's the binomial theorem formula. X plus b raised to n equals the summation of combination of n chosen I, a raised to n minus I, b raised to I as I goes from 0 to n. I hope that you still know how to expand sigma notation. Okay? Dapat marunong pa rin kayong mag-expand
Hindi na ako
sigma
marunong mag-expand.
notation. Sana hindi nyo nakalimutan.
Yeah,
Well, madali lang naman yun. You just need to
Fraction ba yung n tapos I?
substitute the values of
N over I
No.
ba siya?
I from a certain number. In this case, it's
It's
0 up until.
Ito, where
N.
n over n equals
Okay? Take note that
later.
yung notation na parenthesis
flip. Ito
n sa taas ng I means that
Worries na ako dyan.
the combination of n chosen I. Yun ang ibig sabihin nyo. In your calculator, I don't know kung ano yung nakasulat sa calculator nyo. I think it's NCR. Sa calculator ko na
Capital
hawak ngayon,
region.
it's
Region.
NCR.
Funny
And our
tayo.
formula, it's NCI. Okay?
Wala akong
So, mas
makita.
intuitive na gamitin
ganun.
nating formula, palitan na lang natin yung parenthesis NI ng NCI kasi yung NCI yung nakikita sa calculator.
NCR
Okay.
nga sa akin.
So, we'll use the formula. Let me just put the formula on the side to solve for x plus 2 raised to y. Kanina,
Ano yun sa
na-solve na
atin?
natin yan. We have already expanded x plus
NCR
2
din.
raised to 5.
NCR.
And the answer is the highlighted equation. Pero tingnan natin kung parehas yung magiging
Ano,
sagot
sa may
natin
5?
kapag yung binomial theorem formula yung gamitin natin. Sige. Make sure that you have your calculator right now. Kasi kailangan natin nung combination NCR na yan. Sige, let's start. We're given x plus 2 raised to 5. Okay? X plus 2 raised to 5. What I want you to do first is I want you to identify N, A, and B. Kasi yun yung mga values na nasa formula. We need N, A, and B. So our N here is 5. That's the exponent. A is X, yun yung first term sa
First term.
binomial natin. And our B is 2. That's the second term for our binomial. Now that we have N, A, and B, we can substitute N, A, and B to our formula. So it looks like this.
Ay,
Okay?
yun pala yung
By the
sa
way, this
factorial.
PowerPoint presentation will be uploaded as well dito sa Blackboard para meron kayong copy nito. Okay? Para ma-review niya siya. So we have x plus 2 raised to 5 equals the summation of, we have combination of 5 chosen I. Well, I will still be there because I is our ang tawag dyan, index of summation. Nakalimutan ko pa. Index of summation. Again, that's a combination of 5 chosen I. Next, we have x, which is our A, raised to 5, which is our N, minus I. I will still be there. Times
Sana all.
2, which is our B, raised to I. Okay? Sa formula, yung I yung hindi nagbabago. So, I lang yung nagsistay. Sana all nagstay. Charot. Okay.
Pagkadaan na ito isa ka.
What we want to do next is we want to expand the sigma notation. Sige.
Ano to?
Now, how many terms will we have here?
5.
We'll have 6
Six.
terms, right?
Ay, 6.
Bakit 6 terms? Because our
N
n is
plus
5. The formula again is n plus 1. So, we will have 6 terms. The first term, for the first term, the value of I will be, what's the value of I? The value of I will be 0. So, let's substitute 0 for our first term. That's 5C0. That's the combination of 5 chosen 0 times x raised to 5 minus 0, which is our I, times 2 raised to 0. Okay, that's the first term. Sana
X raised to
nakakasunod ka, ha?
5.
Next, what's the second term? For the second term, our I is 1. Let's do that. We have 5
Hindi, napaisip ako dun sa
combination of 5
combination.
chosen 1
Hindi ko hindi ko pa
times
makakalculate.
x raised to 5 minus 1 times 2 raised to 1. Again, we're following the formula. We're expanding the sigma notation. For the third term, our I will be 2. So that would be combination of 5 chosen 2, x raised to 5 minus 2,
I don't like combination.
2 raised to 2. And then we'll have 3 for I. We'll have 4 And lastly, we'll have 5. Okay? So what I did there is I just expanded the sigma notation for each term. Next, we want to simplify each term. So for the first term, etong term na to, the answer is, well, 5, combination of 5 chosen 0 is 1. X raised to 5 minus 0 is x raised to 5, right? 2 raised to 0 is 1. Okay, so that's the first term. Next, for the second term, try nyo sa calculator nyo yung combination, ha? Kung tama yung sagot ko dito. We have 5 combination 1. Is it correct? Is it 5? Next, x raised to 5 minus 1. Well, 5 minus 1 is 4, so that's x raised to 4. Times 2 raised to 1, which is 2. Next, for the third term, use your calculator. 5 combination 2 is 10. Is 10 correct? Wait lang, double check ko nga. 5 combination 2 is 10. 10, tama. Okay, next. X raised to 5 minus 2 is x raised to 3, and then 2 squared is 4. Next. Naku, parang sakit sa mata. Ang kulay. 5 combination 3 is 10. Okay, 10 then. X raised to 5 minus 3 is 2, so x squared. 2 raised to 3 is 10. 2 raised to 3 is 8. So that's our fourth term. For our fifth term, we have 5 combination 4. 5 combination 4 in your calculator is 5. Tama ba? 5 combination 4 is 5. That's correct. Kinakabahan din ako dito. Baka mali yung sinulat ko dito. X raised to 5 minus 1. Well, x raised to 5 minus 1 is x. 2 raised to 4 is 16. Okay? And lastly, for the last term, we have 5 combination 5. 1. Okay? Then x raised to 5 minus 5 is 0. So x raised to 0 is 1. 2 raised to 5 is 32. Now, we want to simplify each term once again. 1 times x raised to 5 times 1 is x raised to 5. 5 times x raised to 4 times 2 is 10x raised to 4. Right? 10 times x raised to 3 times 4 is 40. X raised to 3. Then we have 80x squared. Then we have 5 times 16 is 80. Okay, 80x. And then we have 32. Now, let's check. Is our answer using the binomial theorem the same as our answer in our Pascal's triangle procedure? Well, it should be the same. And they're the same, right? So our final answer is correct. Either of the two, you can use the Pascal's triangle or binomial theorem. Minsan, dun sa, if you've already seen the file for written work number 2, no, meron dong part na gagamitin nyo, Pascal's triangle, meron dong part na gagamitin nyo, binomial theorem. Okay? Let's have the next one. Try din natin to. We have 2x minus y raised to 4. In here, we've already also expanded this using the Pascal's triangle. But let's see if we'll have the same answer if we make use of the binomial theorem formula. Again, we want to find the value first of n, a, and b. Our n equals 4. Our a is 2x, right? Our b is negative y. Make sure that you include the sign. Next, we want to substitute n, a, and b to our formula. Again, I will stay because that's our index of summation. So our substituted equation will be 2x minus y raised to 4 equals the summation of 4ci 2x raised to 4 minus I times negative y raised to I. Okay? So, papalitan mo lang yung A, B, and N sa ating formula. Okay? I hope clear yan. Let's have the next step. We want to expand starting at 0. So in our formula kasi our I starts at 0, right? So we want to substitute 0 first for our first term. So that will be 4 combination 0 times 2x raised to 4 minus 0 times negative y raised to 0. Next, we have 4c1, 2x raised to 4 minus 1, negative y raised to 1. What we're doing here is we're expanding the sigma notation. For the third term, our I is 2. So that's 4c2, 2x raised to 4 minus 2, negative y raised to 2. For 3, we have 4c3, 2x 4 minus 3 times negative y raised to 3. And lastly, we have 4c4, 2x4 minus 4, negative y raised to 4. So that's our last term. Again, we want to have how many terms? 5 terms because that's 4 plus 1. Okay? 5 naman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 naman. Now we want to simplify each term. Let's start with the first term. 4c0. Let's try to use our calculator. 4c0 is 1. I'm assuming that you know how to input 4c0 sa calculator because you have your statistics class this term, I guess. So you know how to input that. Okay? Dali lang naman. 4, tapos pindutin niyo yung C, tapos yung R. Yung I, which is 0. Next, 2x raised to 4 minus 0 is 4. Again, we want to raise 2 as well to 4. So 2 raised to 4 is 16. Okay? Next, we have negative y raised to 0. Anything raised to 0 is 1. Next, let's check. 4c1 in your calculator is 4. Tama. 2x raised to 4 minus 1 is 3. Then we want to raise 2 to 3. So that's 8. X raised to 3 is x raised to 3. So we have 8x raised to 3. And then we have negative y raised to 1, which is negative 1. Next, 4c2 in your calculator is 6. 2x raised to 2 is 4x raised to 2. Negative y raised to 2 is positive y squared. Okay? We're also raising negative to 2. For our 4th term, 4c3, I hope that you're making use of your calculator right now para makasabay tayo. 4c3 equals 4. Okay, tama, 4. 2x raised to 1. So 2x. Okay. And then we have negative y raised to 3, which is negative y raised to 3. And let's have our last term. Our last term is 4c4 in your calculator. 4c4 is 1. So tama. 2x raised to 4 minus 4 is 0. So 2x raised to 0 Julian? Wait lang, ha? Julian, could you raise your hand? Ano si Julian? Can someone please raise your hand kung naririnig niyo ako? Okay, Miss Bapan. Okay, sige. Thank you. Biglang may umikot-ikot dito sa screen. Hindi ko alam kung naririnig niyo pa ba ako. So we have 4c4. That's 1. 2x raised to 0 is 1. And then negative y raised to 4 is y raised to 4. And then we want to simplify each term. So 1 times 16x raised to 4 times 1 is 16x raised to 4. Next, we have 4 times 8 is 32, right? Times negative is negative, x raised to 3, and then y. Okay. So we have 6 times 4, x raised to 2, y raised to 2 is 24, x raised to 2, y raised to 2. Next, we have 4 times 2x times negative y raised to 3 is negative 8x y raised to 3. And lastly, 1 times 1 times y raised to 4 is y raised to 4. Now, this is our answer using the binomial theorem formula. Is it the same as that of when we use Pascal's triangle? Well, it should be, and it is. Okay? So it's up to you if you want to use Pascal's triangle and binomial theorem kapag inask lang kayo na i-expand. But if you're asked to use the Pascal's triangle specifically, and if you're asked to use the binomial theorem formula specifically, then you use one procedure only. Okay? Sige. In here, we have our answer for the expanded form of
This part.
2x minus y raised to 4. That's our expansion A. For expansion B, we have x plus 2 raised to 5, and that's our answer. Sometimes, we won't be asked to give the entire expansion. Minsan, hindi tayo hindi tayo papagawa ng expand nyo nga ito lahat. Hindi ganun palagi. In this section, we'll solve for just a single R term from an expansion. We'll try to just get one term from the expansion. Pwede kaya yun? Na mahanap mo kung ano yung fourth term, yung fifth term. Well, yes. Look at expansion A. Let's try. Look at expansion A. What is the middle term? If you want to answer, raise your hand. What is the middle term of expansion A? Ms. Baban? So we have 24x raised to 2, y raised to 3. The middle term is also the third term. Right? Okay. Let's take a look at expansion. The answer is 24x squared, y squared. Look at expansion A. How about the last term? Well, obviously, the last term is y raised to 4. Next, let's look at expansion B. What is the second term? The second term is 10x raised to 4. Now, what is this the fourth term of expansion B? Fourth term, 1, 2, 3, 4. Answer, we have 80x raised to 2. Now, well, it's easy for us to identify that kasi na-expand na natin siya. Right? But what if we haven't expanded it yet? Here's the formula if you want to find the R plus one term of an expansion. So we have the formula NCR, A raised to N minus R, B raised to R. Again, in order for us to find the R plus one term, we have the formula NCR, A raised to N minus R, B raised to R. So an example. What is the middle term in the expansion 2x minus y raised to 4? Kanina, sabi ni Ms. Baban, the middle term is 24x squared y raised to 2. But it's easy because we have the expanded form there above. Pero paano kapag wala? Let's use the formula. First, we want to identify the given. Again, we want to identify N, A, and B. So N here equals 4, A equals 2x, B equals negative y. Okay? Next, what do we want to find? We want to find the middle term, which is the third term. Now, ito yung tricky dyan. Your I is not necessarily 3. Again, your R is not necessarily 3 because you're finding the third term, baka sabihin nyo R equals 3. Hindi. The formula given there is for the R plus 1 term. Therefore, if you want to find the third term, magbabawas tayo ng isa. So, R equals 2. Okay? Huwag tayong magkakamali dyan. If you want to find the third term, our R equals 2. In the same way, if you want to find the fourth term, R equals 3. Okay? If you want to find the first term, R equals 0. Okay? Wala naman sigurong zeroth term, di ba? Laging first term yan. So, R equals 0 yung pinakamababang value ng R. In this case, R equals 2 because we want to find the third term. Okay. And then, we want to substitute the values N, A, B, and R to our formula. That will be N for CR, which is 2, so 4C2. Next, we have 2x for our A, raised to N minus R. N is 4 minus 2 is 2 times negative y raised to 2. We want to simplify this further in your calculator. 4C2 is 6. Tama ba? 4C2 is 6. That's correct. And then we have 2x raised to 2. 2x raised to 2 is 4x squared. Okay? 2 raised to 2 is 4. X raised to 2 is x squared. And then we have negative y raised to 2, which is y squared. And then we want to simplify this further. Our final answer will be 24x squared y squared, which is the answer of Miss Baban earlier. Okay? Galing, no? Wow. Oh, wait lang. Inom lang ako saglit.
What did I miss?
A lot.
Okay. So that's how you get the n term or the r plus one term of an expansion. Let's have another example. I have 3 more examples, including this, and then we're done. Okay? So, what is the fourth term in the expansion 2x minus y raised to 4? Again, we want to find the given first and what we want to find. The given is n equals 4, a equals 2x, b equals negative y. Well, and then we have r equals 3. The question is, what is the fourth term? So, mababawas tayo ng isa, therefore, r equals 3. I hope that's clear. We know that the answer here is 2x minus y raised to 4. Fourth term, 1, 2, 3, 4. The answer is negative 8xy cubed. But how do we arrive to that answer? First, we want to substitute our values. We have 4c3, okay, times 2x raised to n minus r, 4 minus 3, and then we have negative y raised to 3. Okay? Then we want to simplify this. 4c3 in your calculator is 4. Tama, 4 times 4 minus 3 is 1, so 2x raised to 1 is 2x. And then we have negative y raised to 3, which is negative y raised to 3. Simplifying this, we have negative 8x y raised to 3, which is in fact our fourth term. Okay. Let's have the third, second to the last example. What is the second term in the expansion x plus 2 raised to 5? Okay? We know that the answer to this is 10x raised to 4, right? But how do we arrive to that answer? So the given is n equals 5, a equals x, b equals 2. And then we want to find the second term. So our r equals 1. Again, we subtract 1 from the term that we want to find. Next, we substitute the values. That's 5c1, x raised to 5 minus 1, 2 raised to 1. Simplifying this further in your calculator, 5c1 equals 5 times x raised to 4 times 2, which is 10x raised to 4. And true enough, in the expanded version above, the second term is 10x raised to 4. Okay? And then, last one. What is the last term in the expansion x plus 2 raised to 5? The answer here is 32. Let's see if using the formula 32 is the answer. The given is n equals 5, a equals x, b equals 2. Okay? R equals 5. The last term is the sixth term, right? In the expansion, we know that we have 6 term because that's 5 plus 1. And so the last term will be the sixth term. And so our r equals 5. Okay? Sana nakakasabay pa rin, ha? You can't get r equals 5 kapag hindi mo alam kung ilang terms lahat meron sa expanded form, right? Dapat alam mo kung paano kunin yung number of terms. In this case, the number of terms is 6, and so our r is 5. Okay. Let's substitute the values. 5c5 times x raised to 5 minus 5 times 2 raised to 5. 5c5 in your calculator is 1. X raised to 5 minus 5, which is 0. X raised to 0 is 1. 2 raised to 5 is 32. Final answer is 32. And true enough, the last term is 32. Okay. So, that's how binomial theorem and PreCal triangle work. You can, I would just like to add, no, sa PreCal's triangle, if you want to expand using the PreCal's triangle, ano ang limitation natin? Ang limitation natin is that if we want to find, let's say, the expansion of a binomial raised to 30, okay. So, medyo malaking PreCal's triangle yung kailangan natin, right? Kasi, hahanapin natin yung pang ilang row. Ano bang formula nung kanina? If it's raised to 30, then it's the 31st row. So, dapat meron tayong PreCal's triangle na may 31 row para makuha natin yung numerical coefficient if we want to make use of the PreCal's triangle. So, kapag mataas na yung exponent natin, it's better to make use binomial theorem, right? Because we don't need the PreCal's triangle if we're using the binomial theorem formula. So, ang pinaka-generic pa rin talagang formula na kailangan natin gamitin ay yung sa binomial theorem. Kasi may limitation yung PreCal's triangle. Though you can make use of both, may limitation lang yung PreCal's triangle because kailangan natin ng mas malaking ang PreCal's triangle if our n is a very large number. Okay? The binomials, also, the binomials can be more complicated. Minsan may fraction, minsan may square root. If that's the case, huwag kayong masyadong mabahala. You'll follow the same pattern. Ganun na ganun pa din. It's just that you'll need to deal with fractions, multiplication, addition of fractions, and rules of exponents when it comes to square root, cube roots. Okay? You follow the laws of exponents. Okay, before I end this, do you have any question? May mga questions pala? Do you have any question regarding this lesson? That is what binomial theorem is all about. It's only about expansion. Expansion lang talaga siya. And minsan, we don't want to expand. So, ang pinapakuha lang sa atin ay yung nth term. So, we have that formula. Can we have the PowerPoint po, sir? Yes, I will upload the PowerPoint presentation right after this session. So you can have the PowerPoint. Okay, pero yung yung presentation na to, nakaganito din siya. Kasi I found out that kino-convert siya, wala siyang animation. Ayoko naman maglagay ng problems sa slide, tapos nandun na din yung sagot, 'di ba? You won't think if that's the case. So kaya meron tong 179 slides because yung procedure ng paglalabas ng sagot, I also want to make it more sequential para mas okay yung discussion natin. Right? Kasi nakalabas na yan lahat dyan. Baka mamaya pag lumabas yan, gulat na gulat kayo. Ano nangyari? At least you know where things came from. Right? Okay. Do you have any more questions? Yes, Mr. Hirahara. You're raising your hand. Okay. For our...
It's the last term.
Sige.
It's the exponent.
Let's have this last example. The question is, what is the last term in the expansion x plus 2 raised to 5? Huwag niyong titingnan yung sagot sa taas. Kasi parang gusto ko lang kasing ipakita sa inyo na yun yung sagot. Tapos how do you arrive to that answer? Kasi it's better that way, di ba? Pero let's say, wala tayong expanded form. Hindi natin sinolve yung expanded form. First that you want to identify is, to get R, you want to identify how many terms we have. Okay? In here, it's important to know that kasi we're finding the last term. Okay? Now, what is the last term? Pang ilang term yung last term? That's the question. Pang ilang term yung last term? Well, in here, we have x plus 2 raised to 5. The formula for the number of terms is, as we said earlier, n plus 1. So in here, we'll have how many terms? We'll have 6 terms because that's 5 plus 1, which is 6. So the last term is the 6th term. Now that we know that the last term is the 6th term, our R will be 1 less than that. If it's 6, then R equals 5. Okay? Magbabawas lang tayo ng isa. Let's say I change this, Mr. Hirahara, if you're listening. Let's say if I change this question. I don't want to find the last term. I want to find the 4th. Okay, the question there will be, what is the 4th term in the expansion x plus 2 raised to 5? Now, I'm finding the 4th term. Again, my R is 1 less than that. If I'm finding the 4th term, then my R equals 3. Did you get that? Magsusubtract lang tayo ng isa. I hope that's clear. In the same way, if we're finding for the 5th term, let's say our R equals 4, bawas lang tayo ng isa. If we're finding for the 1st term, our R equals 0. It's always minus 1. Mr. Hirahara, do you have any more question? Is that clear? Or malabo pa rin ba siya? Okay, you're welcome. Again, to find R, mag-minus ka lang ng isa sa pang ilang term na hinahanap mo. Any more questions? Yes. Anyone raising his or her hand? Yes, Miss Juan. Open nyo naman yung mic nyo para naririnig ko yung boses nyo. 'Di ba? Mm-mm. Para ano? Para mas maganda ang conversation. Paano ba? Paano magbigay ng example dito? Kasi it's fixed already eh. I cannot edit this. I can edit this. Sige. Ulitin ko na lang. Sige. Oo, meron. Merong pen na pwedeng magsulat. Pero I'm currently using my phone. So, I also, as I've told you earlier, tinestran ko to. Pag nagsusulat ako dito sa phone, hindi ko siya nakikita. I mean, hindi ko nakikita yung sinusulat ko. Nakikita nyo, pero hindi ko nakikita. Ganon. So, ang hirap naman mag-solve ng hindi ko nakikita yung sinusulat ko. Wait lang ha. I'm finding the slide.
Na-miss ko yung part na yun. Yung may sigma notation. Nawala internet.
Okay.
Yan.
To those who already have no questions,
Wala.
yeah, I know.
Yan na.
Yeah, I understand the frustration, no? Kahit ako frustrated din. But anyways, let's make use of what we have right now, okay? To those who have no questions, you may already leave the session. Thank you for listening. Kahit na medyo challenging, I hope you are all safe. I hope you're all safe and healthy. I hope to see you once again soon. Okay, I'll see you around. Jinea, wait lang, hawag ka munang umalis.
Okay,
Thank you so
I will
much,
end the
everyone.
recording here. Post ko na lang mamaya.